Hey, okay, hello there. Shift heads. What's up? This is Leroy from the Leroy and Earl Show. Trying to get a hold of, what's his face? Earl. Earl Taint. This is the Leroy and Earl Show. This is the pre-show. The YouTube pre-show. Kind of like yeah, you know. I don't need that window up, but I do need this one up, and I can put it over here. Okay, you guys can't see what I'm doing.
The person whom you're trying to reach.
Okay, can't get a hold of Earl. I don't know if he's going to be on the show tonight or not. So, but we do have a guest for sure coming in. His name is Jack Nevers. He is a self-proclaimed expert on masturbation abstinence. He's actually a masturbation abstinence specialist. And he's written a book on abstaining from masturbation, and he claims to, and actually sent me paperwork here, medical documentation, that he has never masturbated in his entire life. And we're going to question him about that. He'll be on at 7:30. And until then, got a few little things to throw out there. If Earl doesn't show up, I'll play a best of clip. And phone's making noise here. And this is a part of the show that's usually pretty boring. We go live on Strange Label at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I'd like to go live on YouTube a few minutes early, just because sometimes what goes on here at the pre-show is funny, especially when Earl shows up. I don't like not being able to see. I suppose I could, until the time comes, stop sharing my screen. There we go. So we're going to use Skype tonight if Earl shows up. If not, then we'll just stick with this. You can look at the back of my gorgeous head. Yeah. I was going to experiment with a different camera angle. I sound like Ricky, don't I?
I'm the one supposed to say camel angle.
Right, not me. It's an experiment with a different camera angle, and I forgot, didn't have time. Yeah, so that's how it goes. Tonight's show is brought to you by Knob Creek Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 100 proof, sitting right there, blocking my screen. Can't see the screen. And I probably shouldn't leave it there, but I don't care. So anyway, we're going to use Skype tonight because the echo issues that we've been having on the show, we determined through hours of painstaking searching for the needle in the haystack thing, that it was Hangouts for some reason causing problem. So we're going to go with Skype and just share the screen. It probably won't. We're going to fix this Hangouts thing somehow, because I do prefer Hangouts, especially when Earl is here. So, that being said, we have 8 minutes till we go live on strangelabel.com. That's where we can be heard every Wednesday night. Why won't this window get smaller? Every Wednesday night, 7 p.m., live, strangelabel.com. You can listen to the show anywhere. You can download or stream it anywhere, any of the episodes from anywhere you listen to podcasts, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, anywhere. Your podcast app on your phone. I hesitate to get into any topics here on the pre-show because, well, yeah, shows it shows the craftiness of Earl that he's online, but he's not answering. Can't start video. Try closing other programs that might. Oh, I'm trying to use my camera. Let's try that because my camera's being used. I'm probably gonna have to share the screen. That's probably the issue. Why that was there. Right. let's try this again. Follow us on Twitter at Leroy and Earl.
The person whom you're trying to reach is currently unavailable.
Blowing you off tonight.
Please leave a message after.
So there we go with that. All right, so 6 minutes till we go live. Normally I would call our guest to get them lined up in this time so you'd hear all that. But our guest is not going to be available till 7:30 tonight. I like to get the guests on first, get that out of the way. But hey, Rick, come here.
What's up?
Did you get that clip lined up that I told you? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got it. Where the guys
Don't give it away.
Yeah, I got it. The one with the guys.
Shh. It's up. It's 2017. It's the number.
I got it. It's on there. I promise.
All right, thanks, Rick. That's Ricky, our intern. He's been working on the show since 2015. I'm sorry, when the show first started. The show first started in 2014. We did it for 2015 into 2016, and then Earl and I's something at work changed. We couldn't do it, so we stopped doing it. We didn't do it for a couple of years, and then I decided I'm bringing the show back because we did have a lot of followers. We had a lot of downloads. We were pretty popular. We were doing well, and I really loved it. And I got all this studio stuff I wasn't using. I was like, screw it. I'm gonna get this show going again, and I've had to bribe the hell out of Earl to come back and do the show, and so he may not be here because his contract was up. He signed a contract that's not real. I don't think I'm going to go live on YouTube this early next time. This is boring and stupid. I can't imagine why anyone who would be watching it right now would keep watching it, but yeah. Drinking Knob Creek and Coke. Earl would have a field day with that Knob Creek name. So yeah, we're live at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's drive time in Hawaii, by the way. That's prime drive time. So we're trying to market this show to Hawaii. I'm kidding. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. I guess that's kind of the beginning of drive time if you get off early. But this show is all about characters. We play characters. I am Leroy. I have a lot of history. And if you listen to the show from the beginning, you know my history. Earl Tate's my friend. I play a large, well-endowed African-American man with a talent for podcasting and a voracious appetite for ribs. And that's not anything racist. I actually really like ribs. And when that came to be, I had ribs that night. And I was like, man, I like ribs. And went from there. Earl Tate is a skinny white redneck dude. And we just we hit it off, and we started doing the Leroy and Earl show. We get lots of different characters that come on the show that are played by me, and we have a few people that come on that are actual people. Not everybody on the show is fake. Earl might be messing with his girlfriend. He's got a new girlfriend. Oddly, her name is Pearl. we were introduced to her a few weeks ago when Earl was on vacation in Florida, and him and Pearl got swept up in a storm. And he introduced us. We actually never talked to her. We haven't spoken to her. She's the first character on the show to have a name, but have never been on the show. Pearl. I guess I could have music on during this, couldn't I? But you wouldn't be able to hear it probably because YouTube sucks. Everything sucks. Yep. What else could I talk about while we're sitting here waiting to go? Nothing I don't want to. There's nothing I want to talk about that I want to talk about during the show. I don't want to repeat myself. So, blah blah blah. Could play music on this computer, but that would mess me up. So. 2 minutes. I got a huge studio set up down here, 90% of which I don't need to do a podcast. If any of you watching or listening are podcasters, you know what minimal amount you actually need to do a show. I have 4 computers, 6 screens, and a soundboard, and a microphone, and a fake phone. Here's a fake phone. See the fake phone? Sometimes I have characters that call in and do something like this. I haven't set the volume for this, so it might not be too good. Father James, are you there?
I'm here, lad. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We're in the pre-show right now, and I just wanted to show anybody who might be watching what part of what the show is.
Well, that's probably a pretty good idea, but watch yourself there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd call me up before the show starts. I don't want to be live on YouTube.
Well, people can't see you.
Oh, what do you mean they can't see me?
They can't see you. They're looking at me in the studio. There's no camera on you.
Oh, there's no camera in this phone I got here?
No.
I thought it was a Big Brother smartphone thing.
No. The camera's on me. Nobody can see you.
Well, I gotta go. I ain't got time for your shit.
All right, see ya. That's Father James. He's one of our characters. Several other characters that come on the show from time to time. We're about down to a minute. I'm going to try Earl one more time. Although I know for sure if he was there, he would have called me by now. So, but let me, just for the hell of it. Do. I'll probably try him during the show too. What the heck? Why not?
The person whom you're trying to reach.
Not a surprise. All right.
God, son of a bitch!
And that's how I feel. All right, it's 7 o'clock. I like to wait just like 1 minute past 7 to go live on Strange Label, just in case, because they have shows that play on there. So hit that, and all right, we're about ready.
Hey Siri, who's the #1 shift head?
Shithead is a vulgar slang term. It means a contemptible person.
All right, chumps up. Let's do this. Leroy!
Whenever Carl and I find a generator, fuel, and have a spare laptop handy, the first thing we do is go to LeroyandEarl.com and we download as many episodes as we can. We would donate money. We're kind of short on cash right now. If Carl and I can do it, you sure as hell can. LeroyandEarl.com.
All right, welcome to the Leroy and Earl Show. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
That's Ricky Dixon. He's our intern. Earl's not here. Don't know why. He didn't tell me he wasn't coming. So, who knows? So I got a lot of cool stuff for you tonight. We do have a guest coming on later. He is a masturbation abstinence specialist, and he's written a book on abstaining from masturbation. He also has provided me with documentation from a medical professional that he has never masturbated, and I'm definitely going to discuss that with him because I'm looking at it and I see that it's real, looks real. I mean, anything can be faked these days, but definitely looks real, and we're going to talk about that. That's at 7:30. He's going to come on. So between now and then, I got a few little treats I'm going to throw out to you. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about, but I didn't really want to talk about it to myself. By myself. I was hoping I'd have a partner named Earl Tate, but I do not. So hopefully he'll call in. We were going to use Skype because of the echo issue we were having that we finally figured out was somehow our setups were causing the echo with Hangouts. It wasn't causing the echo in Skype, but it was in Hangouts. So, yeah, that's where it is. So, considering Earl's not here, if you listen to last week's show, he claimed that was his last show on his contract, and he wasn't. He was done. But I was hoping and praying to the gods that don't exist, which are none, that he was kidding, and then he would come back. And he's really, he helped me out all week trying to troubleshoot the echo problem. And so hopefully just tonight's like a glitch, like, he just can't do it. He's not quitting. I told him, don't worry about it if you can't make it here or there, but just let me know. It's nice to know so I know what to plan for. When I sit down here at 6:30 to go, do all this stuff, it'd be nice to, know.
That's disgusting, and I think most people would not prefer that you do that.
For those that aren't watching live on our YouTube channel, I was kind of massaging my microphone here. Ricky didn't like that.
I didn't like it one bit.
Ricky Dixon, the intern. Say hello, Ricky Dixon.
Hello, Ricky Dixon.
Thank you. So, without any further ado, I gathered everyone together from this show. I gathered them together. I took them out to dinner, and we were trying to solve this Earl issue, and here's the recording of it right now. Ricky, that's not it. Damn it. Here it is.
Yeah, I like the lift.
I would never think of considered the right place for me.
You go 16 is lost. I'm still on the show.
What
I know about it. I don't care. Simply put, it's just the way it is.
I am only doing this. Mr. Leroy, very kind to me.
He's just got out of jail myself. So not at all. I have no idea. I see it. Or meeting the way it goes. Bring it right down. That's all. I don't think so. Right. That's exactly the case.
All right, listen up. Quiet. Shift heads. I thank you all for coming. Ricky, Father James, Saul, Gus, Don. Thank you all. The reason why I had you come here tonight,
Mr. Leroy, I want to tell a joke of the week. I want to tell a joke of the week.
No.
Well, I got a good one.
No.
It's good. It's the best.
Shut up.
Shut
The
up,
reason,
idiot. It's the best.
the reason why I brought us all here is we need to discuss how we're going to keep Earl Tate on the Leroy and Earl show. His contract is up, and he is, at the moment, trying to bribe me into to keeping him on the show. He's trying to make me pay. We need the shift heads to...
Wait a minute.
Right? Yes.
If he's offered you a deal, you should take it. What's the deal? If he's asking for a deal,
but no,
take it.
I don't know.
No, what are you saying? Are you losing your mind?
Are there any ideas?
What are you saying?
Anybody having ideas how to keep Earl Tate on the show?
Yeah, I got a great... Who do you think you are, Mr. Gorman, coming in
Yes,
here with
I
all
could
your
do that, I
lawyers and your
suppose.
big...
I know
exactly who I am. I want to talk to you right now.
So what's with your accent?
Right,
It's getting thicker.
right. I'll take your accents get thicker
when you get mad.
Well, guys, don't fight. What are you guys doing? Please don't fight.
Everyone loves salt.
I don't like it when you fight.
Yeah,
I hear like that. Did you see that?
Guys, come on. Listen, we're here for one reason only. We got to figure out a way to keep Earl in the state on the Leroy and Earl show. Yes, are there any?
Tell us what he offered you.
Okay, I will tell you. He said he would commit to doing one season of the Leroy and Earl show if I went out and bought an Xbox One, Call of Duty, World War II, and Xbox Live and played video games with him and his new girl, Pearl.
Why don't you just buy it then?
I agree.
It seems simple enough.
I don't have that kind of money,
Oh, you're
but
such a
I'm
liar.
working on it. So you're saying that's the final thing we should do?
Yes.
I should just get a bunch of money.
Right.
I agree with the Padre
Seems
here.
pretty simple. You'd be.
I agree with Father James.
Yeah,
Buy
I think
the
you should do
Xbox,
it.
For God's sake.
I think you should do it too. You should stop being a big fat baby about it.
agree?
Mr. Leroy.
Seems like a simple equation.
Yeah, I don't care what you say.
In the history of
Simply
humanity,
math.
this
Yeah,
you
that's right.
spend
I am
money
going
on
to do this, but I would have to
Yeah,
move this way to
yeah.
live.
What
Buy
else
the
is free?
Xbox.
Yeah, that's right.
What is wrong with you, motherfuckers? What you doing here crying about early mistake? You know that white honky trash ain't worth it. Dana, Leroy, please. You shut up, please. Leroy. I'm here to tell you boys, you need to stop your crying like a bunch of babies and just do a goddamn Leroy and Earl show. I know. I'm Nana fucking Leroy. You know it. You gotta get back to work. Get out of here, all of you. You're fired. Meeting adjourned.
Margaritas on me, boys.
I smell a lawsuit.
All right, there you go. There's the meeting I had with everyone that's on the show, for the most part, to try and figure out what we do. So I guess I was gonna tell him tonight that I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy the Xbox. I'm gonna make it happen somehow. But he's not here to tell that to, so I don't know. It's a very sad day if he doesn't come back, but he's gonna. Don't go away. Don't fret. I had lots of stuff to talk about tonight. One thing I'm encouraged about, I think I found a good way to spend the donation dollars that the shift heads are donating. Dildano is actually signed up for a monthly payment, $5. Dr. Brown donated $10 the other day, and I've decided to put my money where our mouths are, or something like that. And I'm going to set up for a $5 a month donation myself. And I think I've found a possible way to get the show advertised, and that's on Fiverr. If you've ever heard of Fiverr, there's people on there that will promote your podcast in different ways that I could probably do myself if I had the time or the know-how. So finding which one is one that works, that'll be a trial and error. So I might spend $5 here, $5 here, $5 there, and see what happens. Some of them are other podcasts themselves that have a huge following that are willing to advertise your podcast on their podcast. And others are just different social media things and whatever. So, but that's, I've got a very limited budget, and advertising is the way to go. There's no reason to spend money on anything else. I'm doing the show for free. I found a way to get it out there for free, so I don't have to pay a monthly payment to Podbean or Libsyn or one of these other sites that take all your money and don't do anything for you. Give you fake numbers. That's what Podbean does. Fake numbers. Like 30 people are downloading your shows, but they show 300. They're not 300 listeners. Because, yeah, it's like when you do a Facebook, you boost a Facebook post, and it says that, 800 people saw it and 70 people liked it, but no one commented on it. What are the odds of that? I think it's fake. So, yeah, I got about 15 minutes to kill here, and I hate to do this, but no one wants to hear me prattle on. They've proven that in the past. I'm going to play a 50 Shades of Leroy and Earl. It was episode 50 that we did. And I like to pre-screen these, but I couldn't pre-screen this, obviously, because I didn't know I was going to play it. So I don't know it might start off shitty. I don't know. We'll see. Did you get that number?
What
did you
number?
call that guy? Did you call that guy? Did you line that guest up?
What? No, I didn't have time. I thought I texted you and told you.
What do you mean you didn't have time? That's the only thing you were supposed to do this week is get a guest for our 50th show.
I didn't have time, Leroy.
What? What the fuck? You didn't have time. One of the things I do like to do when I play these replays is interject my thoughts. I think it's ironic that I grabbed this. I hadn't listened to it, so I didn't know what it was going to start off. I think it's ironic that Earl stood me up tonight, and this show starts off with me giving him shit about something. It's total coincidence.
Leroy, why am I the one that has to do all the work around here?
You don't do all the work. You do any work at all. I don't understand this. That's all
Maybe
you
not
had to
this
do.
week, but I needed a break, Leroy. You're always breathing down my pants. My neck.
You know what? This is our 50th episode, and when we go live, it's going to be nothing. What do we got? Nothing.
I don't even think we should go live with that attitude.
Well, you just want to not do the show? Is that what you're saying?
So you're telling me we don't have a guest?
Mr. Leroy, listen.
Ricky, not right now, okay?
Yeah, shut up, Ricky.
We're getting ready to do a show.
No, I did not get a... Ricky.
What? Ricky.
I need to tell you something.
You don't need to tell me something.
Yeah, you need to shut the hell up, Ricky.
Yeah.
We're trying to have an adult conversation here. This is not earmuffs. Put your earmuffs on and let us have a conversation. First of all, Leroy,
What?
I did not
You didn't
get
what?
a guest. Ooh. You remember me last week when I went off? Because you're always interrupting me. And then you tell me you're number one producer head and that I don't do anything.
Hey.
And I said, listen, I need some time off.
First of all, listen. There's a delay. You know there's a delay. So I don't mean to interrupt you all the time.
Guys, I got to tell you something.
Shut up. God. What?
Yeah, I understand the delay, and I wish we could really work it out, but you're putting an awful lot of pressure on me. Listen, first of all, I was going to put in Bay this week.
What? Ricky, shut up. I'm sorry, Earl, what did you just say? Ricky's
just
talking
listen
to
to what he has to say. This is conversation's over. Listen to what Ricky has to say, and then let's be done with this. I don't even want to do the show.
What did you say?
I said we're live right now.
What do you mean we're live right now?
We're live right now on strangelabel.com.
You were shitting me, right?
Oh,
no, you told me when you hit the button, he said to go.
I did not.
No, he meant go, like as in get the hell out of here, Ricky.
So we're live right now.
Yes.
We're live. We're live. We don't have a guest, and we don't have music.
Oh, well, I guess we're live.
So I guess we're going to do this.
Yeah, I guess we might as well just do it. Here's the fucking 50th.
All right, chumps up. Let's do this. Leroy!
So that's some classic Leroy and Earl right there. Like I said, I did not listen to this. And, the title episodes, I mean, we probably talked about the 50 Shades of Grey somewhere in the episode, and that's what it was called. So I had no idea what I was getting ready to play. So, Earl, if you listen to this, I swear on my mother's grave that I did not mean for that to be that way. Like, it seems, like I lined it up to make him look bad or whatever, but I did not. So we're going to keep listening to this for a few minutes. I just didn't want to listen to the intro again until our guest comes on at 7:30.
That looks innocent enough, doesn't it? Lots of young people hitchhike. Seems like a good way to get from one place to another. But sometimes there are dangers involved that never meet the eye. So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly. One never knows when the homosexual is about. Let's take the case of Jimmy Barnes. Jimmy played baseball all afternoon, and he didn't feel like walking home, so he decided to thumb a ride. He'd done it 100 times before, and he didn't think anything was unusual when the driver struck up a friendly conversation. In fact, he seemed like a real nice guy. What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick, a sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less dangerous and contagious. a sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual, a person who demands an intimate relationship with members of their own sex. So no matter where you meet a stranger, be careful if they are too friendly, if they try to win your confidence too quickly, and if they become overly personal. One never knows when the homosexual is about. He may appear normal.
One never knows.
To listen to Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. It's true.
That was an interesting word from our sponsors.
Welcome to Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
And we're going to pitch you some shift.
We're going to pitch you some straight shift.
That's right. That was
I'm even getting interrupted on my line. Like, you know, my line's coming up and you're interrupting me. It's the line we do every damn week.
You know what? This is a great way to start the 50th episode. Welcome to Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
And we're going to pitch you some shift.
Go on and pitch that shift.
Good job.
I thought you were going to interrupt me, so I hesitated.
You're right.
Listen, hey, what you drinking over there, big guy?
I'm drinking V8 Fusion.
Ooh, celebrating.
Yes.
Getting wild.
Getting wild tonight. And in honor of the 50th episode of Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift, on tonight's show, live on the air, I will do something never done in broadcast history. I'm going to take a sleeping pill. What?
I think it'd be funnier if you take them now.
well, the problem with that is it'll wear off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that won't be any good.
Well, guess what? I would like to say, I know we've been fighting and we almost didn't even do the show, but Ricky's in his dumb ways and managed to get us on the air again.
Yeah.
I'm going to pour a shot here in my green little shot glass. You can see it on the camera for paid viewers.
Yep.
For paid viewers, it says PIB. That stands for pitch.
Pitch it, pitch. Pitch it, pitch.
So I'm going to go ahead and pour that now. Of course, my drink of choice.
What do you pour?
Grey Goose.
Grey Goose vodka. All right.
And I pretty much mix it with whatever's in the fridge. Tonight happens to be some OJ.
I am not drinking tonight because, again, I have to get up early and go to work.
Well, anyways, this is to my buddy Leroy. Everybody at the Pitch Shift, Father James and Shag Hennessy.
Yep.
Not Ricky.
Ricky, you're an
all
asshole.
the listeners, our new friends from strangelabel.com.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the 50th episode.
50 episodes. Here we go. Down the hatch.
Down the hatch. Never thought we'd make it.
Yeah, I didn't think so. We decided when we started doing this show that we committed to doing 100 episodes. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're halfway there.
Yeah, so that explains the significance of the 50th episode, because if there's any real true professionals out there listening, they're probably like, what are they, 50 episodes? That's a big deal.
Right. Well, we only do it once a week, so that's equivalent of almost a year.
Almost a year, and it's scary, but we got almost another year to go.
That's the scariest part. A whole another year of this? You gotta be kidding me.
Now, guess what? It's all downhill from here, though. So
that's what I hear. So yeah, we were going to have a guest tonight, but Earl didn't come through on that. As you heard, we normally don't like to air that kind of stuff, but Ricky effed it up, and there you go. So on the 50th episode tonight, we thought we would maybe talk a little news and weather, maybe play some classic clips from the last 49 episodes. And Earl has some stuff to talk about, right? What are you looking at me like? So this is Leroy from Leroy and Earl Show. If you're listening or watching live on called The 50 Shades of Leroy and Earl. Earl could not make it tonight. At 7:30 or a little later after, we are going to have a guest. Professor Jack Nevers is coming on. He's a masturbation abstinence specialist. So if you are watching on YouTube, just hang in there. Continue to listen to this best of, and we'll have Jack Nevers on here in just about 10 minutes or so. like that for?
Oh, I just was, my mind was going in a different direction. But I was going to say, that clip that you played over there, or Ricky played about the homosexual disease or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't seem very PC, you know?
That's a PSA, public service announcement from the 1940s.
Oh, so that's a real, that's not a joke.
That was real. That was 100% real. Yep. Hard to believe.
I guess it's true. I guess it's true, man, because look today, man. Like, I mean, it's spread all over the world.
Yeah. It must be right. It's disease spread like wildfire.
So, anyways, but here on the Pitch Shift, we don't care if you have that disease.
Right.
We've all got STDs, you know?
Yeah. Everybody's got a disease. It's called life, and it's terminal.
It's terminal. So if you want to be gay, if you want to be straight, if you want to be black, white, if you want to be Leroy and Earl, listen, we don't care here on the Pitch Shift. We might make fun of you.
Hey, that sounds like a song. We might
sound
make
like
fun
a
of you.
That's a good idea for a song, actually.
Yeah, we might make fun of you.
We might make fun of you, but not any more than we're going to make fun of ourselves.
I love it.
Black, white, straight, or gay, we're going to love you anyway.
That's right.
So, yeah, I'm going to do my regular. I got a little bit of news, a little bit of weather. What about you, buddy?
I do have some big news for our 50th episode. Unlike you, I was working my ass off this week on the show and at my regular job. And I actually have arranged for our first advertisers on this show.
Really?
Yes. So starting this week, and for the next, I don't know how many ever weeks I can keep it going, I'm going to get advertisers, and I actually got some pretty big ones. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet, but some of them are small businesses, but some are big. But this is a huge step. You're listening to Leroy and Earl. This is Leroy Live. Bruce just broke into that replay to let you know that Earl just texted me. And I texted him and said, hey, I guess you're not coming on tonight, huh? He said, we've been through this. Show me that Xbox One receipt. So the problem therein lies, he's actually not coming on the show till I buy an Xbox One. Problem lies in that is he is not committed to any amount of a season. Doesn't mean anything. So I don't know. I'm going to text him back again.
I'm excited about that. That should be some extra income, you know?
Yep. So later on, we'll be playing a promo spot from our tonight's, what's the word I'm looking for?
Tonight's show?
Advertiser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Advertising spot?
I probably should have said it right up front. Right? Like I shouldn't save it. I should say, like at the beginning of the show, I should say, this, welcome to Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
And we're going to pitch you some shift.
And this is the part where you interrupt me.
I'm not going to do that anymore. Now you say,
what do I
say? Go on, pitch that shit.
Go on and pitch that shit.
All right. Tonight's pitch shift is brought to you by Salem Cigarettes. Salem Cigarettes, smooth and mild. Salem Cigarettes. And then, later on, I'll play the promo piece.
Sounds good, man. I'm going to have to start smoking.
Yep. Tonight's pitch shift is brought to you by Salem Cigarettes. And
well, buddy, we've come a long way.
We have.
50th anniversary here at the Pitch Shift Studios Incorporated, or whatever we call ourselves.
50.
Received a nice little gift basket from the Piss Off organization.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't get anything.
Show, buddy. You didn't get anything?
No, I didn't get anything.
Weird.
It's weird.
Maybe Ricky intercepted it.
Hey, Ricky, come here.
Yes, Mr. Leroy.
Do we get something from Piss Off?
No, sir.
You're lying, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Go away.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with him tonight.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we still got some bumper stickers out here. I've seen a couple people rolling around today with Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift bumper stickers. We got a few left if you want them. $4 a piece. The profits go to the Pitch Shift Studio, and I don't mean Leroy and Earl. I mean the show.
They go right to Podbean.
Podbean, basically. It's not free to do this stuff, so.
Well, you can do it for free, but not at the level we're at. I mean, we're being sponsored by Salem Cigarettes.
Which brings me to another point here. There is a Podbean app now. You want to elaborate on that?
Oh, yes. That's a great call there. I would have forgot that again. Podbean has an app for disregard this what you're hearing. If you're listening to the Leroy and Earl Show, this is a replay I'm playing. You're not on Podbean. You can find everything you need on the Leroy and Earl Show at LeroyandEarl.com. That's where you can go to download or stream the latest episode. You can go to YouTube and watch our episodes like we're watching right now. There's 3 of you watching out there right now. We're in a contract dispute with Earl. He came back, he did the show, and now he's saying he will not come back until I buy an Xbox One and a game and Xbox Live, which is like going to cost me $250, something like that. So, yeah, I'm doing a best of replay. I'm going to have a live guest on here in just a few minutes. Mr. Jack Nevers will be on.
We're popping up places I didn't know we even were. Probably because I don't do any of the work, but.
Yeah. The only place you can't listen to the show is our website. Actually, you can listen to one episode. I got one. I'm just going to put one episode up there. I put last week's episode, Gunny Shag, and I'm just going to leave that up there. I'm not going to be changing
And if you're listening right now, or you're listening on the download, give us some input, please. Please give us some input. Do you care about the website? Do we need it? Because we're thinking about getting rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know that we need it.
Yeah, we might not need it. So, I don't know. Give us just your input. Order some bumper stickers. I'm even thinking about Father James was talking.
There are no bumper stickers or no shot glasses or nothing. We don't sell shit on this show. This is a replay.
Jack Hennessy glasses, which I think would be cool as hell.
I'd buy one.
That way we can all tip one back together.
There you go. We're also going to unveil a new segment tonight. And every time we talk about unveiling a new segment, I laugh because we've unveiled like 48 new segments. We never do them again. But we're going to try and keep this one rolling. It's called Ask Leroy. Basically, we want ladies to send in questions about anything. And I'll give you my advice because I'm, let's just say, kind of a ladies' man.
You're kind of a ladies' man. You've been around the block. You know, you're kind of a Dr. Phil, or you know what I mean. You're of the love making.
Well, I'm staring at. I believe that would be. Is that Venus or Serena Williams that you have on the Trello page? It's a shot from behind. It's a shot from behind.
It's a girl.
That's a girl.
I didn't know that.
It's either Venus or Serena Williams.
How the hell do you know that?
Because they're extremely famous African American women tennis. All right, that's a best of replay. I was playing part of episode 50, the 50 Shades of Leroy and Earl. We did that a long time ago, probably 2015. Our guest is about ready to come on, so we're going to give him a call. Hopefully it'll work. This show, I'm telling you. That's plenty loud enough.
Son of a bitch!
Yo.
Hello. Is this Jack Nevers, correct?
What's up, Leroy?
Hey, buddy. I appreciate you taking your time out of your busy schedule to give us a call and talk about what you're passionate about. And I've been promoting you all week long. Everyone is listening. All the shift heads know that you are a masturbation abstinence specialist, and you've written a book and you have medical documentation that you have never masturbated. I feel like I'm in the presence of a superstar.
No, I don't think so.
No.
There are many more like me.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow. So you find that there are lots of other masturbation abstinence specialists out there, huh?
I am in a club, and there's only about 100 of us in the club, but
only.
I'm sure there are more out there.
Well, it's one of those things in the world of men. Not masturbating can sometimes be something that'll get you teased. Do you find that to be the case?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Really? Well, I'll tell you what, if Earl were here, which he's not, I'm betting he'd be teasing you.
Nope. I think it's a shameful act. It's an addiction, just like drugs or eating too much. And I just am very passionate about helping others fight that addiction and to join my club.
Well, let me ask you this then. Yeah, obviously you believe in having sex, right?
Absolutely.
I assume you're married. I don't know why I assume that. Are you married?
I am in a relationship, yes.
Okay, so you have sex with your partner, right?
Yes.
So explain to me the difference between having sex with your partner and having sex with yourself. I mean, I know the difference, but what I'm saying is...
I'm not an expert on the self part, but in terms of saving yourself for a partner and enjoying that act together, there are health benefits in terms of the skin-to-skin contact, the adoration, and the enjoyment of waiting for the pleasure instead of that instant gratification. And I think it's something that more people need to try.
Well, you definitely make a good point so far. Now, it reminds me, it reminds me of a Woody Allen quote that I once heard. Woody Allen once said, and I don't know if he said this in a movie or just anywhere. I saw it somewhere. It said, I'm going to try and do a Woody Allen impression. I don't understand why my wife's so against masturbation. It's sex with someone I love very much.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So are you, you sent me this medical paperwork I have in front of me here, and it looks extremely authentic from your physician that claims you've never masturbated in your entire life. Now, is that true?
100%. Never have, never will.
Now, I'm confused with the medical process in determining that. Now, I actually called your doctor. Now, Mr. Nevers doesn't know I did this, but I did. I called your doctor, and I actually wanted
the HIPAA laws out, right?
I actually wanted him to come on the show, and that's exactly what he told me. He said, "No, I am not coming on your show," but he was willing to answer some questions. So I asked him, number one, how do you tell if someone's ever masturbated? And he said there are ways you can tell if a man ejaculated without going into a woman. And I'm like, prove it. And he said, well, I can't prove it over the phone. You got to come down here. So I went down to your doctor. He showed me everything on the computer, and it's amazing. They can tell. And I'm like, well, and then I thought I had him here, right? I said, okay, all right, you can tell if a guy had sex with a woman or if he masturbated. What if a woman came up from behind him and gave him a reach around? I bet you can't tell that, can you? And he did. He showed me on the computer screen where you could tell the difference between a woman's hand and the man's own hand. I'm like, screw me. This is no pun intended.
The science, the science is real. Science is real. Absolutely.
It's insane. Again, if you're listening, this is the Leroy and Earl show. I have on here. Are you a professor? Are you?
No. Nope. This is just something I'm very, very passionate about.
Okay, this is Mr. Jack Nevers, and he is a masturbation abstinence specialist, and he's written a book. Now, his book is called. Hold on. I completely forgot the name of your book. Crap.
I sent you an autographed copy.
You did, and I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Never Masturbating by Jack Nevers. It's a way to enlighten yourself. Something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, Earl, Earl threw me for a loop tonight by not showing up. He's been texting me, and we're in a contract dispute.
Yeah, you need to get that resolved because we need Earl back on the show.
Well, I need about $320. That's what he wants. That's what he's demanding, basically.
All right, you don't need him that much.
Now we have gotten some very generous donations from our shift heads, but nowhere near that. And I wanted to commit that money to advertising for the show. So anyway, back to your abstinence from masturbation. So, is it a religious thing, or is it just personal?
For some people it is, but no, it's just in terms of who you are and where you spend your energy and time. And instead of touching yourself, you could be doing so many other things that will enrich your life and the world that we live in. Instead of touching yourself, you could be volunteering at the food bank, or you could be mining cryptocurrencies. And there's just a billion things you could be doing that will result in a much more fulfilling life. And I'm thankful for you having me on the show and just helping me get the message out.
You'll have to forgive me, Mr. Nevers, but I started laughing as soon as you said, instead of touching yourself, you could be working at the food bank. Okay, I'm sorry. Whew. This is a very serious subject for you, and I don't mean to make light of it. I was just thinking about all the people that are working at the food bank if they touch themselves. You know what I mean? I don't want. I definitely want you working at the food bank. Okay, so let me ask you this: do you consider it a sin? Like, say I masturbate fairly regularly. Do you consider me a sinner or less of a person, or is it just that's how you feel and you're okay? Or do you feel like you need to convert me to your masturbation abstinence?
No, I think that there are a lot of people in my club that would judge you and view it as a sin. But the argument there is we all sin and fall short. But my passion is you're missing out in terms of what you could be doing with that time and that energy. You know, instead of touching yourself, if you're promoting the show or getting on better guests than me for your show.
That's a great point.
So I guess that's really my passion. So no, I'm definitely not judging you. But in my book, I do go over a couple things in terms of success stories of people who used to touch themselves and how they overcome and where they are now in life. I go over some strategies in terms of things you can do to help fight the addiction, whether it's breathing exercises, meditation, cold therapy. But there's lots of different things in the book. And I know you've read the book, but
yes.
But for your listener out there, you know, please pick that book up, and I think it'll have a major impact on your life.
So, and I'm not asking you these questions to pry, but it's a kind of a personal topic. Number one, you have yet to say the word masturbation. You keep saying touching yourself. Is that part of what you believe, or is that just what's the deal?
Oh, there's no deal. There's no deal.
Can you say the word masturbation?
What?
Can you say the word masturbation?
Sure.
Well, go ahead. You can't say it, can you? Okay, that's fine. That is fine. It's okay. I get it. That's cool. So my next question is this might be the best interview we've ever done on this show, Mr. Nevers. I'm telling you right now. And the fact that Earl's not here, he should be ashamed of himself. Ashamed of himself. So if you're with your wife, and I don't want to get too personal, but if you're with your wife and you're making love to your wife, is there any room for masturbation in the bedroom? Or is it still no?
Still no.
So do you never touch yourself while you're having relations with your significant other? Sorry, I said your wife, but I was assuming.
Yeah, no, I'm in a committed relationship.
Right. So you never touch yourself during relations?
In terms of guiding the ship, yes, but in terms of self-gratification, no.
So you've, to put it in a term that Dildana would understand, you've never blown a load in your own hand.
Oh, God, no.
Okay. All right. So, after reading your book and really thinking about what you're saying, I get where you're coming from. I really, really do. But I don't know where you come up with the willpower. I mean, you must have a significant other that is available to you on a regular basis, or you have a lot of willpower. Which is it? Or is it both?
So currently, yes, absolutely. I don't have the challenge of having that sexual experience now, but there were times in my life that I did not have that. And those times can be challenging, but if you set your mind to it, you can absolutely do it. And the strategies that I outline in my book, you can most certainly overcome temptation.
Like I said, I'm impressed. I am impressed. I'm not sure I agree with you, and I don't think I could ever do it, because I got to tell you, I love punching the clown. It's one of my pastimes, you know. So I don't think I could ever give it up. But there have been times, and I am married. I've been married for a long time. I do understand where you're coming from, because if I don't flog the dolphin, then sex is better. Sex is better. See, now this guy's a masturbation abstinence specialist, so he's never heard these terms. So, yeah, I agree, but I just, wow. I mean, let me ask you this. Once you were intimate with another person for the first time, or let's say once you were with your significant other that you're with now, and then was there any amount of time that you couldn't be intimate? How long did you go without, ejaculating?
Well, I think the most trying time was obviously high school through college, and then obviously the first time the experience was very, very short.
I would imagine, and very messy. Sorry, go ahead. If it seems like I'm making light of what you're saying, I am not. Okay, I am not. So this is a comedy podcast, so there's some comedy value in what you're saying, but there's a lot of real life great value to what you're saying. I totally get where you're coming from. Like I said, I just don't think I could do it. I might try. I might give it a try. I bet I last about 2 days.
And that's okay. So last for 2 days, and then the next time try to make it 3 days. Even if it's just a small step, but if you can make it a week, make it a month, make it a year, the impact on your life, you will thank me for it.
Wow.
It truly is empowering.
Wow.
To have control of your sexuality.
When you say that, I mean, I feel like I'm talking to the, I can't remember that guy's name. Remember the big motivational speaker with the big giant head and the big teeth? Do you remember him? What was his name?
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. I feel like I'm talking to the Tony Robbins of masturbation abstinence. You know what I mean? Get out there and don't touch yourself. Go to work for the food bank.
Hey, Mr. Nevers, let me tell you, I went a whole month without making my dummy throw up.
Did you say? What did you say?
I went a whole month one time. I didn't make my dummy throw up.
Wow. That's Ricky Dixon, our intern. I'm sorry. Ignore him. He's an idiot. He is a big fat idiot.
Am I the only one thinking with his dick?
So how, tell me more about this group that you're in. You said there's 100 people. Is it an online thing or do you actually meet? Do you have conventions? How's that go?
Yes and yes. We keep in touch through the internet, typically through emails. Obviously, anytime we get a new member, we celebrate them. And we do have a yearly convention. It's all over the world, but because there aren't, we haven't identified everyone that should be in the club. So sometimes I'm not able to make the travels for the convention.
Right.
But it is a good time.
So is it a little bit like AA in a way that someone comes into the group, obviously if they've already masturbated or touched themselves?
No, they would not be allowed in the club.
You can't be in the club if you've ever masturbated?
Yeah, we're talking never. Yeah, we're talking.
Oh
never.
My gosh, I didn't know that. I thought it was.
Yeah. No. We encourage people to join a different club of, okay, you made a mistake and you're coming, you're seeing the light. But no, the club that I was talking to, it's the Nevers Club.
So you're. I get it. You're the Nevers Club. So people who have masturbated but want to be like you, they join Chicken Chokers Anonymous, right? So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not sure that's the name of their club, but something like.
It's a CCA. CCA. Chicken Chokers Anonymous.
That's bullshit. He made that up.
Shut up, idiot. Wow. So, how long ago did you write this book? By the way, I'm just curious.
It's been a couple years. In terms of when I got it published, but in terms of the ideas and the strategies, I would say I've been working on that for the last 20 years.
So the first time that you had intimacy with a person, is that the person you're with now, or how do you feel about that?
No.
Okay. Because I'm again, I don't want to be too personal, but this is a pretty personal topic. When was that? Were you in college?
Yeah, my third year in college.
So you didn't ejaculate till your third year in college?
Well, in terms of, and this is personal, and the only reason I'm sharing is because I want to help people. But no, in terms of morning wood and having wet dreams, but that's not touching yourself. That's something different. So I don't know if that answers your question in terms of.
Right. Well, obviously, what I'm saying is the first time that you had ejaculated from a sexual activity, you were in third year of college, is what you're saying, right?
Correct.
Right. Wow, that must have been like, did they need a hazmat crew to come in there or what?
I may have cried, but
wow.
But no, but in terms of the experience and waiting for that moment, the joy of that experience, I think it was definitely worth the wait. And any young people thinking about succumbing to temptation, I'd encourage them and just it is worth the wait. It absolutely is worth the wait. Don't touch yourself.
Jack never says don't touch yourself. Well, I got one more question for you, and this just popped into my head. And again, I am not lying when I say I can understand where you're coming from. But if you've never masturbated, how do you know that it makes your sexual experiences better if you've never masturbated? Like, how are you comparing? Tough question.
No, in terms
you got him good right there, Mr. Leroy.
No, not at all. In terms of instant gratification or delayed gratification, waiting for something, you don't have to take heroin to know that it is addictive and destructive. And in terms of, absolutely, yeah.
Well, you're not comparing masturbation to doing heroin, are you?
In terms of an addiction, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow. Are you comparing the effects as being the same?
I don't know, but it's certainly a dangerous road to be on. If you are touching yourself, you are not living up to your full potential, and you're robbing yourself of life's true experiences. And I would say drugs are exactly the same.
Kind of like doing heroin. Very similar. Wow. I've never. I mean, you have opened my eyes. You've opened my eyes. I mean, I damn it. I do not want to ever punch my clown again. Ever. So anyway, I can't tell you what a privilege it's been to have you on the show. This has been Jack Nevers. He's written a book called I Don't Touch Myself Because I Work at the Food Bank. and it's out anywhere that you can buy books, on Amazon.com, everywhere you can go. Jack, again, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm sorry that Earl wasn't here. I can't even imagine what he would have done to you. He would have tore you a new asshole. I'm sorry to say. So it's probably a good thing that he wasn't here. So
awesome. Hey, my pleasure for being on the show. Thanks for having me, and can't wait for the next podcast.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you later, Jack.
All right. See ya. Bye.
All right. That's Jack Nevers. Again, his book is I Don't Touch Myself. I Work at the Food Bank. That's available on Amazon.com. He's a masturbation abstinence specialist.
Hello, this is Andrew WK, and you're listening to Strange Labels. Time to party.
We like to play, and we do it all day because we got.
I gotta say, partway through the interview, I kept thinking, oh my gosh, Earl is missing probably one of the better interviews we've ever done on this show with an actual person, and he's not here. And it was upsetting me. But then as I got towards the end of it, I thought, you know what? It maybe worked out better. I don't know that Earl would have been as understanding as I was, to be honest with you. I think Earl would have really given him some shit for that never masturbating thing, which I believe, by the way. I'm not saying I don't believe him. I don't think Earl would have believed him starting off, because I just don't think he would have. So a few house cleaning things I'd like to get out of the way here. I'd like to thank Bill Heidi. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. He liked our Facebook page this past week. Bill Heidi. I think it's Heidi. I don't know, whatever. I would like the moment of silence for Billy Graham's death. Okay, that's enough. And then we were going to talk about The Walking Dead tonight with Earl, but Earl ain't here. Is anybody watching The Walking Dead? Our intro there with Carl. Carl's gone. Spoiler alert. Anyway, another thing you shift heads could do, I mean, I know you guys don't like to do things other than listen to the show and beg Earl to stay, other than you few that donate. But if you could go on iTunes or anywhere, if you could leave reviews for our show. I've been looking into a lot of things about how you get a podcast more popular, and that's one thing. Reviews. If you go on and you look at, it's just like you and I. If you go on Amazon, you want to buy something, you're probably going to buy something that has 1,000 reviews and a 4.8 rating or 5-point rating. So give us some reviews anywhere, especially on iTunes. Subscribe on this YouTube channel. I don't know. Subscribe on the YouTube channel. So it's about all we got for tonight. It was a pretty great show even without Earl. Earl texted me during the show. He is pretty abstinent. He's not coming back until I buy an Xbox One, a game, and Xbox Live. So the retail value of that new is $320 plus tax. I mean, I love playing video games. I would love to buy an Xbox. So I'm going to look into selling some of the crap I have to try and get him on the show. And he committed, and I'm gonna somehow get this out, because on my text he committed to doing 1 year of the Leroy and Earl show if I buy it. So that's pretty good commitment. Yeah. So all right, we'll be Live again next Wednesday at 7 p.m. every week. Yep, that's it. I'm going to play something on the way out here. I don't know what. So I just got a text from Earl. It said, great show. Further proof you don't need Earl. Shift heads, if you're listening, I'm going to end the show with this one thing. Get your ass on Facebook and Twitter and tell Earl to come on the show. Why would he commit his time to doing this show if he doesn't think you care? I don't know if you care. All kinds of Facebook posts and Twitters that nobody responds to. Nobody does much. Dildano gets on once in a while. Thank you. Dr. Brown does occasionally, and Carlisi, but we need more proof that you want to hear this show. Okay? So come on, get on out there. Get on Facebook and Twitter and say, Earl, stay on the show. And I'm not going to ask you for money. I'll get the freaking Xbox. If you donate money, go to LeroyNO.com to donate money. We'll use 100% of that money for advertising for the show. Alrighty. All right. Thanks, YouTube listeners. Yeah, appreciate it. Please subscribe. Come on, just hit the subscribe button. We just do this show once a week. We ain't going to be sending you a bunch of stuff, some good stuff, and you won't always have to look at the back of my head. I want to get an angle where you can see the studio, but anyway. See you next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 4 p.m. on the West Coast. That's drive time in Hawaii, in case you were wondering. That's right. We're a drive time podcast in the island state of Hawaii. See you next week.